I'm absolutely delighted to be interviewing Lynn Fisher, but also to be doing so here from Cozy, a lovely new breakfast and lunch place in the Marbella Arena, aka the Bullring in Nueva Andalucía. Lynn is here to chat with us today about Juan Valencia Gutierrez. He's a young man who was on the show a couple of weeks ago who needs a new prosthetic leg, and Lynn is organising an event at the 3rd of September to promote this plight and also hopefully to raise lots of funds. Lynn, it's so nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you, Nicole, as always.
And how nice to be somewhere new and be back at the Bullring.
Isn't it? Haven't been here before. It's new for me.
But you've been in Marbella for a long time in the area.
I have, yeah.
So you know this building for years. I mean, it's an emblematic building that's been closed for a long time, and good thing is there's no bullfighting anymore.
No, I was here actually at a concert, and I can't tell you what year it was, when I had the pleasure of driving Joe Cocker when he performed here, and I drove him backwards and forwards, which was rather a delight, and it was a really good venue at that time, but I haven't seen it come alive like this.
And it's wonderful to see all these new businesses here.
Absolutely.
And obviously my intention always behind the scenes, it's the community that matters, and obviously the new business owners have put in a lot of money and they've got beautiful staff here. The service is lovely, the food is lovely, very relaxing.
Very.
So I do pop down and try it out. So anyway, back to the subject, Lynn. How did you get involved with Sandra Eriksson and her getting involved with Juan to help him get his leg?
Well, it began because I'm quite sort of renowned for having a few contacts on the coast because, as you say, I've been here a while. And it all stems from the wonderful Indian restaurant Masala and the owner Hamza. And he owns Masala and Cabana, two restaurants in El Pilar, not too far from here. And Sandra, who I know through real estate, was suggested that by Hamza to contact me with regard to dear Juan. And Juan is a young lad who is the son of somebody who works for Sandra in Cabana. So it's very local and very passionate for Sandra. And so she asked me for a coffee, and which of course I met, and we had a lovely chat about this and that, and lovely Juan, she told me the story, and it really touched my heart. For a young child to put aside a doctor or specialist talking over him to the parents, and it really got to me when Sandra explained that he actually said, please don't talk to my parents, please talk to me. I would really like my leg removed. He was obviously in so much pain with the chemotherapy and one thing and another that the story just touched me, that he was a local lad. He has got a prosthetic leg. He had one when he was presumably 10, when he had his leg removed. And the prosthesis has obviously seen him through the last few years, but he's now growing. And he wants to be a young boy who can take part in sport. And so therefore this particular prosthesis is 10,000 euros, and it has all the functions. Yes, it has the functions. So it would enable him to move and run and do and what have you without the pain that he has now in the knee where the joint is. So yeah.
It's actually, and the story is the epitome of Marbella. You've got networking, and then you've got the heartwarming, let's share contacts for a cause. And it's so nice to see that, starting off with the owner of Masala, who then knows, oh, well, Lynn knows people, and Sandra, because of works with her, and then you said, oh, but listen, Nicole knows people.
That's exactly it. Yes, I did. I said to Sandra, look, I said, I have an idea. I very often, for a charity, or have done in the past, create a picnic in the park in Benavice. I have tremendous support. They're very good, Benavice, with the town hall. They allow me to have the park, and they provide the sound and lighting with a wonderful sound and lighting company. And so that's their
contribution.
Very much so, yes. And they support. And I felt that this young lad, being a local young chap, deserves something really to get going.
I know that you're still building up the event, and obviously people can join in and collaborate if they want to. So, but what have you got already planned?
Okay, Well, again, I then contact somebody called Ricky Lavazza. Now, I'm sure that there are many people on this coast who know Ricky.
Very well-known artist, I think, locally.
He's a very, very popular artist, and he puts his heart and soul into performing, mostly into the Benel Madden and Mijas area. And I, for one, am a great supporter, and my husband, and we go up and we support all he does, because he does an awful lot for, not just for charity, but for his own living, and he deserves support from other areas. And so I wanted the best to be put on for the picnic in the park this year. And so I wrote to Ricky and I said, "Dear Ricky, I want the best, you are the best, do you possibly have a date?" And he came back, he said, "I have one date, September the 3rd, and I would love to help Juan." He's a family man, he's a young guy. I don't know his age, but sorry, Ricky, but I would say around 40 something. And he has 2 sons and a daughter of his own, and he's just a wonderful family man. And I think the story touched his heart. And so he is now going to come and not only perform, he's going to host it. He's taken on the event from me, so it takes pressure off me for the other things that I can do with Sandra to basically put buns on seats. We need as many people there as possible, and to get the raffle prizes and to get other support. And he's managed to, with his network, he's got a band coming to perform Boogie Wonderland. And that's going to be a real 70s disco, so it'll be a real fun.
For those who haven't been to the Benavides Park,
yeah,
the setup is it's a very big open park.
Yes.
And then there's an auditorium, smallish auditorium.
It is.
So I imagine you need to get tickets.
Oh, definitely. It's an amphitheatre which is set with the pillars, which is beautiful. And
take cushions for your bums.
Absolutely, a very good idea. Cushions, well done. Thank you, Nicole. That's very good. Because not only that, take your picnic, because the doors open, we say doors, but the gates are open around about 7:30. You can set up when it's daylight, have your picnic, bottle of wine, beer, whatever, or aqua gas, whatever you want to do, take your own picnic and chill out in the beautiful park. And then when the concert starts, once you purchase your ticket, you can go through and enjoy the concert, and then afterwards, when it's finished, in the interval, you can come back and finish your picnic, or at the end. So
do you have to get tickets beforehand? Can you get tickets on the day? I imagine you need to know.
Yeah,
because otherwise there might not be space, because it is a limited seating.
It is very limited, yes. I think we've only got 250 seats. So it is limited, and I'm getting a lot of response through Facebook, and I've got people reserving tickets. The tickets will be available from next week tangibly, but if anybody wants to reserve a ticket, please do. You can call me, which I'm sure that you'll put out my number. You can call me to reserve, or send me a WhatsApp and reserve how many you want, and then I will tell you exactly where you can collect them from, which will be at Cabana when they are all sat there ready to be collected.
Wonderful.
Which will be
the tickets
week.
are €20.
€20.
And even if it's sold out, you can still be in the park and contribute your €20 anyway?
Oh, absolutely. And even if you cannot go, please buy a ticket. If you can, you're quite welcome to buy a ticket and donate the €20 if you can't go, because every penny counts in this case.
And we also Juan has a bank account, so if you would like to do donations to Juan, you can do so. The funds will go to getting this prosthetic leg that he so needs. I mean, really, it's heartbreaking to see such a young boy, and he has so much more potential. Very much, very much. I feel, I shouldn't speak out of turn, but I feel he's a very calm lad, and I feel he's mentally maybe restricted a little, he feels. Well, very brave. I mean, the way he's such a brave, the way he's just moving forward. He's so calm and so lovely to be with. You've interviewed him. I've also interviewed Sarah Almagro, and she's a young girl that had to have both hands and feet, and she's now sub-camp champion of surfing. I mean, so to see these children gives them the confidence. Just embrace the situation, I think, is a lesson we were just saying before. We learn. We're not complaining about things, because you have to realise how lucky we are to have what we do. We've got our arms, our legs, and we're very blessed. That was another thing, actually, Nicole. It sort of made me realise, because you remember back in 2019, I tripped on the golf course and broke both my arms.
And when I was listening to Sandra telling me the story, I thought, my goodness me, this young lad, he's got to spend the rest of his life knowing he only has 3 limbs. And I know what it's like not to have 2 of those limbs working for a short period of time. So I empathise how restricting it really is. And so I'm very fortunate to have mine back.
You are. You're very fortunate in many ways. You have a very, I actually wrote this week at the Euro Week, the living is easy. We work very hard, but to work in the atmosphere of Marbella, anyone's thinking of moving over here, it does help, doesn't it, having the brightness, the sunshine, and also knowing that there are very capable, loving people around who just want to help the community.
Very much so, Nicole. And there's many, which we're very grateful for.
And you get to meet many different types of people in our community because you won the women's golf and have done for years, bring many people to play golf and organise many events for women golfers.
Yeah.
But you're also real estate. You're also an excellent pianist and composer. I mean, does anyone know these different sides?
I don't
to you?
think so. No, that was all really happening when I was a youngster. I don't tend not to do that. Now you've made me blush.
No, but at that time when we were recording in the Rio Real Golf Club, and they had a
That's
beautiful
right. There was a grand piano, and I couldn't resist
and you
it.
sat there, and it was just delightful. And then turned out you had a whole career in music, and you played a piece that you wrote yourself. So, I mean, obviously, it's a natural gift.
Yes, I'm a very lucky girl.
So
I'm a very lucky girl.
Perhaps you could perform at the event.
No, I won't perform anymore. I've been there, done that, and I won't be doing. Everybody else has an opportunity now, and Ricky, of course, which is why I like to support the artist. Oh, and I have to tell you, we have the lovely Helena Paul.
Oh, lovely.
She is also going to come and sing for us on the evening as well. And unfortunately, she's not on our poster because she was originally working on that date, and now her gigs have changed, so she's come back and said, please, can I perform? So that was a wonderful thing, really lovely.
And a really nice extra touch.
Yes.
And if anyone else wants, I say, to get involved, perform, donate, help, do another event, if you want to do anything to help raise this funds for Juan, as I believe in the sense, a lot of our charities are ad infinitum, and they just go on and they always need support. And this is one that there's a clear objective 10K.
Yes.
And once we get there, the kid's got it. And the good thing is it will grow with him.
Absolutely.
So it's not like he's going to need another one in 5 years. This thing is probably the last one he needs while it lasts, and technology is at that level.
Yeah.
So I think it is a great way that we can help and get the satisfaction of seeing the deed done.
Can I just finish off by saying, please, something?
Yes, of course.
I'd like to thank you.
Oh.
Because, Nicole, you do so much for so many. You're really a bit of an unsung hero yourself. And I'd like to thank you because whenever, over the years, we've known each other a while now, whenever I ask you, you're always there. Thank you.
My pleasure. Absolute pleasure. I have to say it now. #better together.
Very true.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome. Thank you.